Hey, what's up guys? So really quick, just want to tell you in this video we're going to be doing two things. I'm going to give you a little tour again inside of the building project for Mom and kind of an update on where that stands. We have finished the sheetrock, so I'll be showing you that, get a better feel for the layout of the place, and also going to go over some what solds. No topics really today other than just the update on the house, but hope everyone's doing well. Love you guys. Let's get right on into the video. All right, so I thought I would give you an update on the building project out here. Not the metal building, it's right there. We're talking about this one. So this is the place that we had initially planned to be a place for Mom, and you know, things have changed a little bit. Let me get in here real quick. Pretty much, we've just got to the point now with Mom that we really can't leave her unattended. And you know, we didn't know this. We started on this project well over a year ago, I guess a year and a half to 2 years. And I know that seems like a long time, but in the midst of that, I had ruptured my distal biceps tendon, had to have surgery, and I was down for a good while. And then mother's care began to be more time consuming. I don't know how to put it. You know, she began to need us to be there more. And of course, you know, I resigned from my teaching job, and you know, it's just a combination of factors. We were still able to use, my brother was helping us some before he went back to work, and we had that to help us. But then once we moved Mom into the house with us, it was pretty evident that she was going to need us to be in there with her, or someone with her, most of the time. And so for right now, we don't have anyone hired or anything like that to be with her, but that's probably too much on that. Just kind of giving you an update. But nevertheless, we've continued progress on this place. We may still bring Mom out here from time to time, fix it up for her to be able to stay here with someone and, you know, have a space, you know, that's kind of more like her own. I think she would like that. But let's take a look at it. We have, I thought I was going to do the sheetrock, guys. I couldn't get time to do it. Taking care of Mom now has become almost a full-time job, being with her. But I run out here so we could take a look. So let's show you what's going on here. I think you'll be pretty surprised. So again, this is the main entry right here. That's the front door. Got a couple of windows, a double window here beside it. And yeah, the sheetrocker's doing a great job, man. It's looking great. That's the doorway into the bedroom. The doorway into the bathroom. There in the corner is where the washer and dryer hookup is going to be. And that's the back door. Got a little small back porch. And of course, we'll have the kitchen sink. There's going to be a small kitchen, just a little corner kitchen with the stove and the refrigerator here. So just going to be a little corner unit. Washing area. There'll be a table here where I'm standing. And then this front area here will be the main living area. So it's a really small, kind of compact. I say small, it's a good size. It's about like an apartment, and that was the goal, to be like a one-bedroom apartment. You got your main living area, and then in here, this of course is the bedroom. We have a doorway from the bedroom into the bathroom and from the main room, so you can kind of access it both ways. This is the bathroom. You can see here where the sink's going to set, the toilet there under the window, and then the shower is going to be here in the corner. The lines for that are on the other side. We just got to drill the holes and poke them through when we get that hooked up. We don't have that ready to install yet, but we'll get it. We left it open on the back side. Of course, this is the bedroom. Got 3 nice big windows in the bedroom. We tried to keep this a decent size. This is like, I think like 12 by 14, something like that. 12 by 14. So pretty nice. And then also a good sized closet. And of course in here, as you can tell, we have the hot water heater. I'm going to build a cover that we can slide in and put some sheetrock over and cover that and hide it. So yeah, it's coming together. I got to trim around all the windows. I got to get the interior doors, get those installed. One of my former students that goes to church with us, he does painting on the side, and so I'm going to have him come in and do the painting for us, and that'll help us out on that part. So hopefully we get that part done, and really soon. I'm going to be buying flooring. Walk over this way. There's the return for the air. That's where the thermostat's going to be. And then this area here, this is, let's see, this is like 24 by, like 10 by 24. This is going to be my eBay space temporarily. I've got room, I think, in here to put about 3 rows of shelving. Here in the corner where the window is, I'm going to set me up a desk and a listing and packing area. That'll be the doorway into this portion. That's, of course, the unit. I did go with a mini split. They're now doing mini splits where you can have air handlers inside like you do on the other kind. So I'll either leave this like it is, or I may even go back and kind of like with the closet and build a cover over this as well. Remember, we had spray foam done in the attic, so we don't have to worry about a lot of heat up there. But still got to get the panel wired. Everything is ready to go and labeled. We just got to get it wired in, and we'll be good to go on that as well. So I told them to leave that piece out, and I would put it in. So I've still got to add that piece in whenever we get ready to close that off. So anyway, good stuff, man. It's looking good. We're excited to maybe be getting to the end of this project, or at least I am. It seems like it's been a very long time coming. I've had it hanging over my head for a while, and you know, it's tough sometimes to work and feel like you're efficient and that you can keep your mind focused on what you're trying to do when you have other things that are hanging over your head all the time, man. I'm just telling you, it makes it tough. But all things being equal, I think we're just a few weeks really from being finished in here. I mean, we got a little bit of work to do, but we get the flooring down, get the painting done, get the fixtures, light fixtures installed, get the cabinets and water installed, and water fixtures installed, the faucets and all that stuff, sinks, shower. It's coming together good. So I'm excited to, like I said, to get it wrapped up. We got a little bit of siding work left to do on the outside. I haven't worked on that in a while, but I got to get to work on that. I've also got to do the ceilings on the porches. I got tasks to do, but we're close. We're getting a lot closer than we were. And so that's your update on the place for Mom. And sadly, like I said, it doesn't look like we're going to be able to move Mom in here for her to just live. You know, 2 years ago when we decided this was the direction we wanted to go, that was still a very real, you know, thing we could do. And honestly, you know, you can't really plan all this stuff with dementia. So you do the best you can. Had we been able to predict how things were going to go, then we probably would have made a different choice. I mean, I don't know. We might have done something different. But I know that God knows all these things. He sees all these things before they happen. He knew how this was going to work out. It may be, we've got other family members that are, you know, elderly, my wife's parents. I've got an uncle and aunt that are my godparents that may eventually need a place when they need more help taking care of themselves. So, you know, it'll get used for good things. We'll make sure that we, you know, do something honorable with it. And that's the goal. So whatever happens with it, we're going to do our best to make sure that it's something that we can be proud of, you know. So anyway, that's the place, and we'll give you an update once we get some more stuff done on it. So that's the sheetrock, and hopefully, like I said, paint, flooring, and all that other stuff be coming together as the next few weeks come along. All right, so let's quickly take a look at what has sold. I had 16 items over the weekend sell for $714.87. And so the first item up is a CD, surprise, surprise, right? So I've got Brian Poole and the Tremolos. This is live at the BBC, 64 to 67. And this sold for $9.99 plus shipping. Next item, still working my way through all of this Nintendo 64 stuff that I bought way back. It's still selling. These are clamshell cases, original green Nintendo 64. There's a set of 3, and these sold for $29.99 plus shipping. Next up, I have a set of Mercy Me CDs. So this is Mercy Me. There are 5 titles here, 5 different titles. We have Coming Up to Breathe, Undone, Spoken For, Almost There, and All That Is Within Me. So again, right there, Mercy Me, you can see the 5 titles. Contemporary Christian, this is out of that same music buy, and those sold for $11.77 plus shipping. I sent an offer and they accepted. All right, next couple of sales. So I'm starting to get into the flatware too. You know, when you sell everything, you just pay attention to what people are being successful with. You take stock of that and you start to open your eyes to it, man. You know, you learn about it, and the more you learn, the more you expand your potential for profit as you delve into new categories. And so this is Oneida Stainless, 1810 Louisiana. This is a set of three dinner knives, and these sold for $7.99 plus shipping on those. And then I also, out of that same set, I sold 2 sets of 5, which is a total of 10, 2 sets of 5 dinner forks, and these sold for $55 plus shipping. 10 dinner forks, Oneida Louisiana pattern, good pattern. Not the most valuable, but definitely a good one to watch out for. And if you don't know about that, again, always go to replacements.com. At replacements.com, they have a photo search available that will pair your design. In this case, you take a picture mainly of the handle, and it will pair that design to the most likely matches. You can then use the brand and the information you have to help narrow it down more quickly and very quickly get the name. Once you know the exact design, you can then go to eBay and look it up pretty efficiently and find out if it has value and what that value should be, just like you do any other item. So really cool site, a good category. That's a good little niche flatware to be paying attention to. All right, so next up, I have a plushie. This is the Walt Disney World, of course, Little Mermaid, Scuttle, the seagull. So this is, I think, 13 inches, something like that. It's a pretty good size one. These are somewhat rare. That's why I picked this up. I don't buy a lot of plush, but this particular one, I had it listed for maybe 3 weeks, and it sold for $21. Gave like $2 for it. So all that's great. And I didn't tell you this, but I've said this in a previous video when I sold my first parts of this flatware collection. I think I gave like $30 total for all of this at the thrift store. It was in 2 different containers, and I bought both of them, sorted it out, and yeah, that's how that goes. So good stuff. Next up, I have another set of contemporary Christian CDs. This is a set of 4 from the Allies. This is Allies 4 disc, and this is The River, Long Way from Paradise, Man with a Vision, and Virtues. These are all vintage. Now, all this contemporary Christian, for the most part, it goes up into the early 90s. There's not much past that. It's like 80s and early 90s music. And I didn't think it was going to be very valuable. I kept waiting and kind of putting off going through it, thinking it was going to be a waste of my time. But this sold, these 4, for $20 plus shipping. Again, that's only $5 a piece, but I've got like 30 cents each in those. So that's $1.20 into $20, and it didn't really take that long to list. They're all in great condition. So, you know, I mean, money's money, right? At the end of the day. And you have to learn in every niche how to best approach that niche for sales. And there's always a way to list something generally. If there's a market to where you can sell it for a good profit and move it fast enough to make it worth your time. Next item going out, more contemporary Christian music. This is John Elefante, and 3 CDs. These sold for $12.77. 3 for $12.77. Next up, we have a set of cookware. Now, this is a good brand. If you're not familiar with this, everyone pretty much knows about, say, Salad Master. People know about All Clad. They know about like Cutco. There's various brands out there that people are generally familiar with. Everybody's heard of Revere, whether you source it and sell it or not. The value is not as high maybe as it once was. And, you have to look for the special pieces. But this is Chefsware by Towncraft. Anytime, by the way, you see the name of a cookware written on the outside, like engraved on the side of the pots and pans, it's generally a sign you need to look it up, because even if it's a brand you're not familiar with, there is a decent chance that it could be valuable, or at least more valuable than you may expect. So I've got 2 of these particular pans. These are 2-quart saucepans. Woo, I about got it. So I got 2 of these pans, 2-quart saucepans. I got 1 lid. I'll show you right quick. So here's the lid, okay? My mom actually had a big set of this, still does, at her house from when I was a kid. And then there's also this, which is the 11-inch fry pan. Big, heavy. It's got the helper handle on the other side with the lid. So I listed all these. I've got like $20 in those 3 pieces, maybe 20, no, like $20. They were like $6.99 a piece. So that'd be like 21. And I had 10% off that day. So, you know, less than $25 for sure. I've got less than $25 tax and all in those. And I sold those for $130 plus shipping. So that's a really good turnover. I made, you know, that's $100, over $100 above what I paid. And even after fees and everything, I should get, you know, at least 80 to 90 bucks, I think, out of that. So good purchase, good sale, good flip. Next up, bought these off clearance a couple of years ago. This is I know a couple of years sounds like forever, right? But I bought a bunch of these, guys. I probably had like 10 of this red Power Ranger, and I've been selling it for a while. It is the Dino Fury, but I've sold another one, and this one sold for $8 plus shipping. I used to sell these for like 12 bucks, so the price is definitely, the market's come down on them, but them being new and sealed, they still sell for a gift sometimes. And I didn't have but a couple of bucks in each one, and I'm way into the profits. All right, so next up I have another CD. This is Stephen Steele. Sold this for $5 plus shipping. Not a whole lot on that one, but that's okay. Again, these CDs, I'm into them for like 30 cents. That probably took me all of 2 minutes to list, and you know, it sold for $5. I'll take it. Next up I have another set. So I've got another set of contemporary Christian CDs. This is all Twyla Paris. I don't know if you're familiar with her. A pretty popular contemporary Christian artist from back in the 90s. And actually, this particular buyer didn't want these two collector series, and they made an offer for these without them. And I sold these for $75 plus shipping. That's 3, 6, 9, 10 CDs for $75 plus shipping. It's hard to beat that, guys. Again, 10 times, you know, 30 cents is what, $3, so 3 into 75. When you can lock things up and you have a lot of the same genre, a lot of the same artists, even in areas like contemporary Christian where you would not expect to make a lot of money, you still have a pretty good flip. Have a couple of pair of shoes. This first pair is a pair of Ralph Lauren. These are the Barrett cowhide leather penny loafer. They're size 10B, and basically they're new, guys. I mean, they're basically new. I didn't list them as new. I should have probably listed them as new other, but I sold these for $29 plus shipping, and I had like $6 in them. So 6 and 29. This next pair of shoes, I probably don't have a dollar in these even. These are Mazzori. I got these when I made that big bulk purchase of clothes and all that stuff from my local thrift store. And these are really cool. They flip, they change. You can turn this, you know, like to a different color by flipping it inside out. Both parts change. This part does too. So anyway, they're a pretty popular shoe. I had never heard of them in my life, but evidently they're pretty expensive when they're new. I sold these for $16 plus shipping, but they had some wear down here. They're kind of cracking the finish on the toes. I made note of that, made close-up pictures of it and showed it. They still sold for 16 bucks. I've got another pair that's not got that issue, and I've got them listed for like 40 bucks, and I should sell them as well. So next up, I have a Wilson catcher's mitt, 33 inch, and this is an older glove. This is an Onyx. I sold this for $50 plus shipping. I had like $6 in it. You really can't beat gloves. If you get larger size gloves that will fit like teenagers up to adults in good brands, a really good condition, generally it's worth looking those up. Wilson, of course, is a great brand. Always pay attention to Wilson. Some Rawlings gloves are good. Nike, some of their gloves are good. Of course, you have other brands like DeMarini and stuff like that that are also worth checking out. But anyway, Wilson, especially the A2000s, that's one that you see more commonly. That's a glove that a lot of our parents around here will buy their kids. It's a high dollar glove, but when they're done with it after 2 or 3 years, guys, it's still got great value. And sometimes you'll pick those up at a yard sale for like $5 or $10. So anyway, pay attention to those. And last but not least, I have a VHS DVD combo player. This is a Sony. So Sony's a great brand to watch out for. Again, Sony SLV D251P. So again, this is DVD and VHS combo player, and I sold this bad boy for $50 plus shipping. So I think I had like $12 in it. All right, so for those of you who stuck around till the end, I just want to say I appreciate it. Love you guys. Thank you so much. Last night, by the way, was awesome. We've been in camp meeting all week this week at our church, and just having a great time, a good fellowship, and just a great week. But last night after church, the Northern Lights were visible here in Alabama, so we got to see that, and that was a really cool experience. That's twice now. I didn't think I'd ever see them in my lifetime, and I've seen them twice now within the year, so that's pretty cool. But anyway, guys, y'all take care. As always, I love you. God loves you. Whatever you do, don't you ever give up. And I will see you on the next one.